Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's Wednesday, so you know what that means. That means we got AEW Dynamite on tap tonight here at the Wrestling for Life Network. It's going to be a fun one. We got lots to talk about, lots to get into. It's going to be a crazy one tonight. As always, we have nothing but hope. So get in that chat, click all that buttons. I want to see us at triple digits tonight. It's going to be a fun one, folks. Strap in, strap on, grab your snacks. Grab your feel good. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you AEW Dynamite tonight. Looking forward to this one. We got lots to talk about, lots of news, lots of rumors. I already see that chat blowing up with some of the news. We are going to talk about everything here tonight. So get in that chat. Let us know how you're feeling. Don't forget, we're on Twitch now, so make sure you go over there and give us a follow. We will appreciate it, but make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, click all those little buttons. Don't forget the little reaction buttons. They help our algorithm. But beyond that, it's Wednesday. So we start off with hope. We start off with excitement. It's been pretty good on Dynamite. It's been pretty good on Wednesdays in 2025. Again, some things we might question, some things we might not quite understand, but overall the shows have been pretty entertaining. But again, with the IWC, with the wrestling world, there's so much to talk about. WWE going back to France, Triple H going into the Hall of Fame, one of the GOATs, one of the greatest, in my humble opinion. And again, Dynamite brings a whole lot of questions, a whole lot of things going on. What's up with Britt Baker? What are we going to do with storylines? Are the Death Riders doing better than we think? Probably not, but we will talk about it here tonight. I will remind you, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. Happy to be back again. Big shout out to Big Nick and Anthony. I know they're roaming out there somewhere. I hope everyone is doing well. Looking forward to this one. Very interesting night. We are going to hear from MJF tonight, so that will be interesting. What will he have to say? Is he still focused on Jeff Jarrett? Is he now dealing with Hangman Page? Who's going where? Who's doing what? We don't know. All we can agree on is MJF's not quite what he used to be. And hopefully he brings some fire here tonight. Jay White taking on Wheeler Yuta. Again, should be interesting. Jay White should dust him. I think Wheeler Yuta gets too much TV time, but that's just my opinion. Jeff Jarrett takes on Claudio. If Jeff Jarrett can beat Claudio, he will get a shot at Jon Moxley. So very interesting. We thought this might be a little longer of a story, but Jeff Jarrett has an opportunity to go after the AEW World title. We will see what happens with Claudio here tonight. Will Ospreay taking on Brian Cage. Again, this whole ongoing saga. Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, the Callis family. Long-term storytelling, if you look at it from the optimist side, and then on the other side of the coin, I don't know how I feel about it. But Ospreay taking on Cage tonight. Very interesting. We'll see how it goes. And Mercedes Moné taking on Yuka Sakazaki. And again, of all the potential contenders, I'm a little surprised it's going to be Yuka. But again, this should be a decent TV win for Mercedes. I hope the match is all right. Not exactly jumping out of my seat for it, but TBS title will be on the line tonight. Beyond that, I will remind everybody we are going to be here for the Super Bowl, our annual Super Bowl party. It's going to be a fun one. Myself, Big Nick, are going to take you through all the Super Bowl action on February 9th, I do believe. And don't forget, the wing show, the trivia show, the hot wings, the wing of the ring will be back next Thursday. New sauces, where we're going to up the ante. Hotter sauces, more trivia. This time we're going international on all the international wrestling trivia we can come up with. So be there for that. We got lots coming your way. And of course, this Saturday, we have the Royal Rumble. And we have our Royal Rumble preview show tomorrow night. We're going to talk about what we think is going to happen as far as what's been booked. And we're going to talk about who could be there, who might be in, who might be out, what is happening. So very interesting times here on the channel. Very interesting times in the wrestling world. I see that number climbing up as we are about 9 minutes away from the start of Dynamite here tonight. Born on February 9th. Bro, it's going to be a good one. Good to see you. Good to see you. But let me know what's on your wrestling mind. What are you liking? What are you excited about tonight? What do you want to see? What what does Tony Khan have that you guys are enjoying? I'm looking forward. Again, the shows haven't been bad. There's been some flaws in the bookings, some flaws in the writing, maybe people in the wrong positions, but overall, the last couple of weeks of Dynamite has been entertaining. For one reason or another, it's been entertaining. That's what I hope they continue here tonight. We're looking forward to it. Again, it should be exciting. But without further ado, I will get to the chat. The first one in the chat tonight is Scott Rizzo. How you doing, Scott? It's my birthday. Happy birthday. How do I make the balloons? 1 second. Let's see. Nope. All right, no balloons. But you went to the strip club with your dad and wore a Jim Cornette shirt to the strip club. That's hilarious. And go figure, Mercedes pointed out of all things. But and I see your follow-up comment. That is a little hilarious. But happy birthday, my Scott. Hope you had a fun one. And by the sounds of it, you at least had a good lunch. Was it buffet style? Was it all you can eat at the strip club? Let me know. Let me know. Eric, how you doing? How you doing? Congrats, Triple H. Making the WWE Hall of Fame, and happy birthday to Shark Boy. Shark Boy, man, rolling in money for all the wrong reasons. But Triple H has been tapped. I guess Stephanie, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels surprised Triple H today, and it is making its rounds that Triple H will be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. I wasn't sure if he was going to go in already, but he is, so that's good news. Again, a surefire Hall of Famer, a guy that completely deserves it, and for my money, had one of the best careers in wrestling history, and the man was even smart enough to marry the boss's daughter and climb up the ladder a little bit. But again, people forget that he went through trials and tribulations. He wasn't always tied to the McMahon family, but again, he had a phenomenal career. I'm a big fan. One of my faves ever, if not my fave ever. But Triple H going into the Hall of Fame, well deserved. Happy about it. But good to see you, Eric. Damian, welcome back. Always a pleasure. Looking forward to Double J and Claudio. The exciting part about Claudio and Double J here tonight is that it's going to be a good match. It should be entertaining. It should be fun. It should be interesting. I mean, but if nothing else, the match itself should be solid. 2 pros, 2 vets. It should be a really good match. I think a lot of people are going to be cheering for Jarrett, which is good. Again, I'm a little surprised at how this all came about. Does MJF get involved in the Double J match? Is MJF now tied up with Adam Page? We really don't know. What's up, Ken? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Alexis, welcome back. Trek, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. Hi, folks. And congratulations to Triple H on the Hall of Fame induction as headliner this year, apparently. Well-deserved and lots of respect to the game. The King of Kings. Put it that way. Also, Trek has more. On another note, I hope Asuka is doing okay. Sarah tweet sounds like she had a stalker. Scary stuff. Yeah, very interesting. And I won't go too far into it because honestly, I don't have a whole lot of information yet on it. What I can tell you is Asuka went public about please don't love me. Please don't fall in love with me. Don't develop feelings for me. So clearly she's been dealing with something. She mentioned that the police have been involved. I believe it was Sonya Deville that went through something like this. Again, we love the wrestlers. We love what they do. We can become big fans, but there is a definitive line. And at some point, you got to keep it respectful. You got to keep your shit together. And again, don't be creepy. Don't be weird. The likelihood of you DMing a wrestler and your dreams coming true are slim and none. So yeah, no, I hope she's okay. I hope the situation gets cleared up and everything is able to move on. We are wondering if we're going to see Asuka at the Royal Rumble. So again, interesting times for her for sure. MDB, I've come to share my wrestling opinions. Well played, sir. Good to see ya. I believe in love after love. How about you? Or is it In the Kiss? You guys decide how it goes. I don't know how many Cher songs I could quote, but it's a couple. What's up? Mike McNasty, maybe a new name in the chat. Triple H heading to the 2025 Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Are you ready to play the game? We're always ready. Let's go. That's what we thrive on here. We will be here live for the Hall of Fame. We will be live all WrestleMania weekend. We are live more than anybody else out there. And again, looking forward to this one. Well deserved. Congrats to Trips. And again, as Papa Paul and the Papa Paul era that has bled into the Netflix era, I mean, it's hard to argue about how impressive things are. They're coming to Toronto, my neck of the woods, very soon for Elimination Chamber. They're heading back to France. There's more on the docket, more on the way. It's going to be a fun year as the momentum seems to be in their favor. But welcome. Jerome, well, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Randomly, Don Callis. Yes. Got you, MDB. MDB over on Twitch. Remember, folks, go see our Twitch. And then just, again, you can follow on Twitch. You can watch on Twitch. But you can always watch here, too. So we're up to 25. We're halfway to our first milestone on Twitch. So go give us some love. And we appreciate it, MDB. My favorite day of the week, it's Wednesday. It's time for AEW Dynamite. Let's go. I'm with you, Boston. It's a good one. We'll see how this one goes tonight. Welcome back, sir. Hope you are doing well as we are about 3 minutes away from the start of the show. Mark, how you doing? Dro, how you doing? Eric, got you already. Boy, don't Deanna and Taya wishes they were back in TNA while Jordan about to be a star in W. It's funny how shit works out. And again, Eric, it's you do a fatal four-way. Taya's not even in the four-way. She's at ringside supporting Deanna. Deanna doesn't win. Serena Deeb doesn't win. I can't remember who the fourth was. Doesn't matter. But again, Yuki Sakasaka is the star you want to push. It is, again, a consistent mistake in the booking. I do believe that they have a lot of talent that they're not using accordingly. I really want them to do better, but we'll see. TJ, Trek, got you. Jules, welcome back. Mega, welcome back. How you doing? OG Dale in the house. Vance, welcome back. Bash 8 is with us. Love it. All right. Wakus Khan. Wakus Khan? Shaka Khan. I heard Mania, you're getting revenge on the horse. Maybe. We might have to throw down. One time. I never saw him again. He's probably dead. He's probably a glue stick now. There's a push by the NFL fandom for a Super Bowl boycott. Mark, I have no idea why or what's up. Is it just all the pouty people about Kansas City? Is it Bills fans? Is it Bills trying to shut down the Super Bowl because they're not in it again? Let me know. I'm curious. We will be here live on your birthday. Cooper, welcome back. Still hasn't found a shirt, but we do appreciate you being here. Welcome. How you doing, Robert? Always a pleasure. Ready to go for the AEW. As right now, I am moments away from the start. Cherokee George, Roddy, Dro, Frank, Denisha, welcome back. Floyd, I don't know if we've seen that name. There you go. I feel like that's somebody with a different name. Mike McNasty got the cake out. Let's go. Dun-dun. As I am getting the viewer discretion is advised warning as we head into the start of AEW Dynamite. Not sure what's kicking off the show tonight. We will find out in a moment, folks. If you want to sync up with me, I have the crowd shot. And I believe we are starting with Will Ospreay. And here we go. It's time. Anthony, good to see you. Who else is in here? Chair, welcome back. Everybody who watches the NFL wants the boycott. So why? Why are people mad at the NFL? What is happening? KJ won in the end. Suck it, horse. Yeah. I drove away and he became a glue stick. Jordan, welcome back. Clay Lewis, I see you. Queen Aminata was the fourth. Thank you, MDB. I forgot that twice now. Twice. Poor Queen. Deanna should have been more patient. Again, I mean, it's easy to say that, MDB, but realistically, when they're throwing money at you, when they're showing you dollars, how do you turn it down? How do you stay away? How do you avoid it? I don't know that I'd be able to be patient if some guy called me up and said, I got a few $1 million and it's more than they're willing to pay you. Yeah, it's tough, man. Dro, welcome back. Brandon, good to see you. William Berg. What's up, KJ? You saw CM Punk backstage saying, which female woman will we see at the Royal Rumble? And congrats to the game Triple H. Yeah, I mean, Punk's done a lot. Punk's always seemingly featured in little videos. He's having a ball by the looks of it. But here comes Brian Cage. So if anyone's wondering, Will Ospreay, Brian Cage opening the show tonight. Very interesting. Coming off the heels of what was the brawl last week. We will see what this entails tonight. But I will take your votes. Who you taking? Who's going to win this one? I am very curious. Dun, dun, dun. Stoner Jesus, may that blunt be with you, sir. Welcome. Floyd Bennett, gotcha. Happy Lunar New Year. Yes, very much so. Zach, thank you. I'd say it, but I'd probably get in trouble for saying it incorrectly. So just Happy New Year. It's KJ's World. Let's go. It's very much so. Happy birthday, Scott. There you go. Some love for Scott. Love seeing it. Boom. There you go. Scott saying thank you. Hope you have a wonderful night, Scott. And again, I'm sure if you can drag yourself out of bed tomorrow, we'll see you tomorrow night. Campground looks like a jacked up Mike Perry. AKJ? Mega, there's got to be an issue in there. What? Don Callis is here, by the way, telling everyone to look at the screen as I believe Kenny Omega is down and out. So Ospreay looks at the screen. Kenny Omega's down. Brian Cage gets the jump start. 90% of the chat going for Will Ospreay, which again is usually just about as perfect as we can get. But Brian Cage in control to start this one off, folks. It's Jeff Jarrett's world. We're just living in it. Let's go, Double J. Double J can pick up that win tonight, Keyshawn. He'd be going after that world title sooner than later. Cage looks like, not Campground. That's funny. Looks like a jacked up Mike Perry. He kind of does. He really does. We get the Hurricane Rana. Down goes Cage. Jake, good to see you. Wishing Scott a happy birthday. Love it. Backstage attack. Yes, Richard. So if you're just tuning in, Kenny Omega has been taken out backstage to start this one off. Interesting. Philip, we start with hope. Shouldn't be painful. We'll see. Oh, there you go. When turning tells you you're the star, I want them to throw you away. When turning tells you you're the star, I want, and then chair, try again. Lisa, welcome back. Let's hope Khan is, who am I kidding? Come on. Brian Cage looks ready in this match. Well, big catch. Cage catches them, and they refuse to wrestle in the ring. It drives me fucking nuts. Gabe Kidd would be very interesting. Some people think it might be Ricky Starks. I don't think so. I think that ship has sailed. Some people have said maybe it's Wardlow. That's crazy. I think that ship has sailed. Who will Don Callis add as the fifth member? And do we really care? But the big suplex on the floor. Cage finally back in the ring. And here's Lance Archer. This should be a count out. Or at least a part of a count would be nice, Richard. We'll see. Kenny got attacked backstage. Yes, he did. Ospreay for the win. 82%. So Ospreay's favor is dipping here as we close out the voting at 80%. 14 going to nobody, 5% going to Cage. So Cage is a 10% underdog to nobody. Can he get, Ospreay dropped on his back on the apron. Oh, come on, Callis. This is WCW stuff right now. Yeah, just stay in the ring a little bit. Stay in the ring a little bit. Callis loves to punch Ospreay and Kenny. He does. It's kind of his thing. That and screwdrivers. Will Ospreay for the win. Where's Kenny? Kenny was taken out, Mega. They showed him on screen in the back being attended to. So, yes, Kenny was jumped in the back. Another beatdown. Facts. They're reminding us tonight we are going to hear from MJF. Sup, Savit? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome back, sir. Thank you for being here tonight. I think the new member will be the best wrestler alive. Interesting. Arthur, welcome. What's up, KJ? Mandy Rose is teasing something, saying you never know if I show or not. That is very interesting. I know a lot of people have talked about Mandy Rose. I don't know where that is all where it stands. I know she was kind of going at Tiffany, saying Tiffany kind of copied her, kind of mimicked her, if you will. But very interesting. Mandy Rose could be back in the mix at some point. KJ's number one pet peeve in AEW is that they don't use the fucking ring. It'd be like going to a concert and the crowd and the band spends 80% of the concert not on stage, like spends it like in the front couple rows, like hanging out. You want like be on the stage, stay in the goddamn ring. Kills me. Just get in the fucking ring. Mandy Rose not coming back. She's selling feet and is making 7 figures. Yeah, she's killing it. Again, will she ever get the inclination to go back? Maybe. I don't know. And I don't know how it would affect how will it affect the WWE policy? What is their policy? How much can you show? How much can't you show? Are you allowed to just go out there on OnlyFans and do whatever you want? That's the interesting part. That's the caveat, right? So we'll see. A lot has changed. Times have changed. We'll see. But yes, I'm very doubtful as well. As some of the crowd breaks into a "Let's Go Ospreay" chant, Brian Cage continues to work over a nice, solid bear hug. I like it. I think they use 40-second timeout at times. Yeah. The policy in WWE, our head is only fans is okay, but not on WWE property. You might have to rephrase. You think TNA made a mistake bringing back Tessa now? I don't know yet, Keyshawn. I really don't. I mean, again, this is a tough one. And I mean, we've talked a lot about it on this channel. I've gotten various opinions on it. As of right now, I don't know. We will see if she can work through it. If the fans hold on, won't let go, and kind of hijack things, it's going to be tough. That being said, I do believe canceling somebody for their entire life and not giving them an opportunity to ever say sorry doesn't seem like the policy or the approach we want to take to things, right? We all fuck up. We all make mistakes. Again, what she did, egregious, bad. I get it. But I think everyone deserves a chance to atone with exception. There's certain things out there that are unforgivable. But yeah, I think that we'll see. I think right now they needed her to come in because there is a shortage of star power in the knockouts division. Do we get a surprise roll up in this menage? The chat is killing me so far. Big kick, down he goes. 2 count. Sorry, I meant to say I heard the policy is OnlyFans is okay, but you can't film or take pics on WWE property. I believe it's okay to an extent, right? But once again, there's people out there, athletes and celebrities that have OnlyFans that aren't fully explicit. but I do think there's a definitive line. And when it becomes, when we get into that triple X rating of what your content is, I do think the WWE does shy away. Yeah, I would agree with that. MDB in a big way. There's a new report of her in CMLL. Now, do keep in mind the way TNA works is they record a few episodes, they do their tapings, and then their athletes go do indie shows. They go elsewhere. So her being anywhere involved in CMLL has, to me, no bearing on her relationship with TNA. And truthfully, I don't even know what she signed for in TNA. We got to wait and see. But both men on the outside of the ring again, folks. Heard that Jericho said he expects Britt Baker to come back to AEW soon. Chris Jericho also said he's a good wrestler. Chris Jericho also said the show is killing it. Chris Jericho also said that because he's Ring of Honor champion, it might help them get a streaming deal. Chris Jericho says a lot of shit that's just shit. Chris Jericho shouldn't speak. Chris Jericho needs to go away. But hey, what do I know? It seems like it's unlikely. You've had her under contract all this time. Where's she been? If she's coming back, if she's a asset that you need, why are you not using her? So we got a suplex into the ring. And Will Ospreay getting worked over by a jobber is not my idea of a good booking, but hey, fans should probably shut the fuck up and let the women wrestle. Let the woman wrestle the locker room, welcome her back. So sick of the virtual signaling, cancel culture. Boston, I mean, yeah, my sentiments exactly, to a large degree. If you fuck up, you have every right to say sorry. If you do it multiple times, then maybe you're not as sorry as you say you are. People being mad on behalf of other people, it's ridiculous. And I know Nick and I had the debate live on this channel about she didn't say so. Look, she put out a statement saying, I'm sorry. It was a bit of a blanket, generic statement. The lady that she was, one of the ladies, wow, big clothesline. So your top star is just getting fucking wrung out. Big super power bomb. Sorry. That was almost three. Your top guy is getting worked over by a nobody right now. But I agree. The lady that she originally had the one issue with, the big one, they've made amends. She's been public about forgiveness. I believe us as humans, especially the trolls on the internet, y'all act like we live perfect lives. I've made a ton of mistakes. I don't judge your mistakes. You don't judge mine. You go about your business. As long as you're not fucking up someone else's day, do you, boo-boo? And that's my take on it. She's a young woman. She's talented at what she does. I'm not the biggest fan. I don't love what she did. However, she does deserve an opportunity to come back. She does deserve an opportunity to say, I am sorry. I have learned. If everybody gets canceled, then we got nobody. It's the reason why we can't make movies or good music or a whole bunch of shit now. Now I sound like old man on porch. Lance Archer getting involved. The ref's just confused, and this match is broken down. But that's the thing, and I agree with that. We as a society nowadays, especially because of social media, we are consistently angry on the behalf of others. I'm mad that you said something that offended someone else. When often the people that you think are offended aren't even fucking offended. Couldn't set it up perfectly, but we got a styles clash. And the win. Will Ospreay takes an absolute beating, but slips in a styles clash and gets the W here tonight, folks. And now he's being jumped by Lance. The question isn't did Tessa fuck up, but did she learn from it? Jose, I completely agree with that. And the only way we know if somebody has learned from their mistakes is by giving them a chance. Again, there are certain things out there in this world that are unforgivable. Words are words. as Cage and Lance Archer are laying waste to Will Ospreay right now. This might be a hot take, but I can Tessa. I can see Tessa in the WWE maybe in the next year or so. Kyle, I can see her making it there, but she has to prove. As here comes Kenny. Kenny no longer affected, and he's got a chair. Lance just waiting for him to hit him with it. Sabu's it off Cage and checks on Ospreay. So Kenny was down and out. Kenny's up and ready to go. Kenny getting a big chant. Happening, Mandy Rose. What's up, Wrestling Proud? How you doing? How you doing? Here's Kyle Fletcher. Here's Takeshka. Lance Archer back in. Brian Cage back in. And it is a 4-on-2 beatdown. All right. Okay. Stereo tombstones. Fletcher and Takeshka taking both men out. I'll get back to that. Appreciate that. Good to see you, Anthony. Hope you are well, sir. Ding. Ding. We got them Jordan Brand shoes. Let's go. Sabu. It's one of the best. Yeah, I'm fucking stupid. They're still stomping them. Callis gets a couple licks in for good measure. Oh, now they got a chair. Music's going. And the beating continues. Music's back off. Who's in charge of this show? Even Taz. How much more of a beatdown do you need to do? Kyle Fletcher just consoling his old buddy. Sarcastically, if you will. Omega. If I admit that I went to university for philosophy, would it be a problem? Simple philosophy. Sticks and stones will break your bones, but names will never hurt me. Kenny down, Ospreay down. The music starts again. I don't know if that was a miscue, a production glitch. Oh, wait, we're fighting again. Why will it not end? Why will this not end? Why is it still going? Ospreay laying on top of Kenny. I got you, mate. So just over 2 weeks. February 16th, and again, or 15th, there's still some debate about the time of Grand Slam. From my research, what I am led to believe is it will be a taped show that airs at 8 p.m. Saturday, February 15th, I think. Very interesting, but that is what I've come to learn. They won't tell us, which is the weirdest fucking thing. I don't know why they won't tell us. Maybe they don't want people to know that it's a taped show. Again, it's been billed as like a pay-per-view type thing, and now it's been reduced to not much. But we're in the back. Renee Paquette sitting outside of Swerve Strickland's dressing room, folks. This is lazy booking where Brian wrestles Kenny and Will. Now AR wrestles Swerve and Ricochet. Hangman bumps into MJF. And they have a bit of a stare down. Who's having a conversation behind? And why are they being so noisy? It's really fucking distracting that there's people having a conversation. Renee looks phenomenal tonight, by the way. So this is MJF's spot, I guess. Half man, half horse, Claudio Castagnoli. This is interesting. This is interesting. Where is this going? Where is this going, folks? So up next, we are getting Jeff Jarrett and Claudio. So getting the good stuff out of the way early tonight. But I will put a poll up for this one, but who wins? And MJF still got an offer going, so we will see. But the poll is going out. Who do you take? Who do you take as we go into our first commercial break? And with that, I will go back to MDB here. The wrestling fans who are mad about Tessa have probably said worse things and treated people far worse than she has. That's the problem. That's the thing about all this is, again, we act perfect. Some of the people complaining say outright garbage shit to people that they've never met, that are on the other side of the world. They'll argue with each other online and tell people to die over their wrestling opinions. And yet this woman should just what? Become what? Do what? Die? Quit life? Like, what should she do? What should any of us do? Brian Cage looks more focused on this match. Don Callis doesn't really bring any kind of heel heat during his faction. One problem with Don Callis is Don Callis sits on commentary. Don Callis should be actively at ringside interfering, getting involved, distracting the ref. That's what Don Callis's job is. He's not supposed to be on commentary. I don't love. This is one of my examples of what's hurting AEW right now. I don't love Will Ospreay in this feud with Don Callis' family. I think he's one of your top guys. Brian Cage just whooped his ass for that entire match. Yes, Will got the win. And then right after the win, he got his ass whooped some more. Will Ospreay needs to be at the top of this roster. Swerve needs to be at the top of this roster. Kenny Omega needs to be at the top of this roster. If you want somebody to brawl with Brian Cage and Don Callis, go get the Death Riders. My friend Scott agrees with you and convinced me everyone deserves a second chance, and I'll give Tessa another chance. But if she screws up, the blame is on her. 100%. The onus is on her to prove that she's learned, that she's matured, that she's grown up, that she's developed. If she hasn't, well, that's on her. You're dumb. You're a moron. You're ignorant. You can come up with all the insults for her. But to say, if the people truly affected by this are forgiving of this, who are we as completely unrelated people? Who are we to have an opinion? Who are we to say, like, are we criticizing the people that have forgiven Tessa? At what point do you draw that line, right? Like, if I get in a car accident and it's my fault tomorrow, do the YouTube faithful come on here and give me shit for being a bad driver? Yeah, probably, but you know what I mean. Again, it's all relative. If you're not affected by it, if it doesn't fuck up your life, then why do you care so much? After tonight's AEW Dynamite, I'll be watching classic NXT episodes of the Black and Gold NXT on WWE NXT YouTube channel. Savit, it's genius. I'm glad they launched it. A lot of people have been talking about it. It's good. It's good. For those who haven't seen those old episodes, it's a lot. And it's good. It's good to expose it to a lot of people. But we got Hobbs and Big Bill, who went face-to-face on Collision. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's just, this idea that everybody is so damn perfect. Boston, I couldn't have said it better myself, my friend. That's what bothers me about a lot of you see people going on these rants. I see it even in the wrestling community, and you always know when someone's about to say some shit that you don't care about or you can turn it off. They always start with like, I usually don't do this, but then don't do it. Don't do it, because every time you do a video, you start it like that. Every time you come on with your pissy attitude or your shitty takes or this idea that this woman that's worked so hard to get where she is should just be buried because you're unhappy because somehow it affected you, it doesn't fly for me. If she apologized for her actions, I think people backstage would have received her better. But we don't know that the people backstage didn't receive her. If you can name me one wrestler in TNA that has publicly come out and said, I'm not happy about this decision, I'm all ears. Jordan Grace ran the program with her, basically was her final pay-per-view match. I think she might have a match this Thursday. But again, we don't know that. There's people here, and I think the wrestling community does it a lot of guessing. Oh, well, people must be mad. No, they report it as people are mad. They don't have a fucking clue. They don't know. They're just saying shit. My thing is Tessa is the thing she stepped on toes and people are out to get her. Now, she did. Now, there was more than just the one story, more than one incident. Bullying people, being a dick, apparently spitting on some people, not wanting to play nice, being extra stiff in the ring. If all of that is true, that makes her a very unlikable person. It doesn't mean that she couldn't have been exiled to Mexico for the last few years and thought about her decision making. All right. Jericho also said he's a wizard, and I think fact. But here comes Double J, Jeff Jarrett, folks. Don't say his name 3 times, he'll appear. Hold on tight, Jose. Hold on. I wanted to see your reaction. Oh, I just wanted to see your reaction. We should all end cancel culture. It's ending. I don't know if anyone's paying attention with what's happening in this world. More and more things in our life are starting to come back. More people are ignoring cancel culture. There's people that are being, it goes public that, oh, we're canceling this person, and they keep doing their shows. They keep doing their things. Again, there's people out there that fuck up and do horrible shit or are horrible people. Cancel them. I don't give a fuck. If they are garbage, then fine. But this idea that every time you say something people don't agree with, cancel them, well, tough shit on that one. And I think more and more this world is going against that cancel culture. Now it's becoming almost passe to try and cancel somebody. Yeah, facts, MDB. Cancel culture? Yeah, fuck cancel culture. I feel like we are in the minority how we feel about Tessa's situation. Again, it's a tough one. It really is a tough one. If you mess up once and you say you're sorry, nothing wrong with that. Mess up multiple times and you're sorry, you get caught. Not for, yeah, exactly. Again, it's fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me kind of idea, right? Like, again, if she continues to be an asshole, if she's caught doing stupid shit, then she goes back down. And that's the way it is. But everybody deserves a chance to say sorry. As we're in a figure 4 already, Claudio fighting to get out, but gets that rope. Ospreay going 50-50 with Brian Cage. Wasn't even 50-50. It was 70-30 for Cage, man. He took a beating at the hands of Brian Cage tonight. I'm willing to bet when Mercedes loses TBS title, she gets the world title instantly. Frank, that's a good prediction. And I don't think you're too far off of being wrong. She may never lose that TBS title, though. And I feel like I'm way, way behind because of some of the topics, guys. I will catch up on the chat. Don't forget the super chat, super sticker. Super stickers if you want to stand out, but I will catch up. I don't have time to be mad at someone that doesn't know I exist. I got more important things to be mad at, like still working 10 to 7. Laugh my ass off. Anthony, amen to that, my guy. Absolutely. One of the reasons as we go to picture in picture, we started the Wrestling Utopia. We started this wrestling community to bring people together. And we've seen it in this chat. There's people that are currently watching us right now that the first time they ever came here, they were angry or didn't like our take. And they're still here because we didn't tell them to fuck off. We bantered. We went back and forth. We got lots of friends that we don't always agree with. But again, the idea that these athletes, these people don't know you, they don't affect your life. They're there to entertain you. And unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, you go back and turn back the clock. A lot of movie stars, a lot of celebrities, they weren't perfect. They never were. They were full of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. They did a lot of shady shit, a lot of weird shit, a lot of things they shouldn't have done. But we didn't idolize them. Now they're idolized that they got to be some type of godlike figure that, oh, you can't color outside the lines or you're out, you're done, you're gone. It's a tough time. It's a tough thing. But I agree with you completely. It's not worth the angst. And again, I have more going on in my life than try and be an internet warrior, to try and be a crusader on Twitter or Instagram, rallying the troops to go get this person. I don't have time. I just don't have time. I got my own problems. I got my own shit to deal with. And we just want to have a good time. Again, if anybody out there fucks up, I hope you turn around and ask for forgiveness and everybody cancels you. Not you, Anthony. You know what I mean. But that's what I hope. Again, if you lack compassion for others, one day you'll probably be in a situation where you could use some compassion. Being a dick doesn't get you very far. You can quote me on that one, I guess. Jeff Jarrett for the win. What's the chat saying? 50-50. Holy shit. Oh, no, not 50-50. I lied. 50 for Claudio. No, 50 for Jeff Jarrett. 24 for Claudio. And 24 for nobody. So nobody. Strong impact on this one. Jordan Grace was very outspoken about Tessa, but she did the job and kept pushing, which is exactly what needs to happen. Fact. Absolutely. At this point, Big Boom AJ and his guy would make a better trios title holders. The trios titles need to dissipate. Just go away. Poof, gone, goodbye. It just doesn't need to be a thing anymore. Why do the Death Riders not use the entrance ramp? That's a great question. Generally, heels that are there to run amok, it's that whole outsider vibe, right? Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, we come out of the crowd. But I don't think it's working. Yeah, that'd be even better. Jeff Jarrett for the win. TNA had Tessa with Joe Hendry promoting their last pay-per-view on local television. I think they're okay with moving forward. Facts. Because they sat down with her and said, yes, we would like to sign you back. Yes, you're talented. Here's your contract. However, we need to know where you're at. And that's the thing. They had that conversation. The idea that they just blindly signed her and were like, wait, you did some bad shit? No, they knew. Double J win by DQ. Nah. Claudio win with help. I think Jeff Jarrett wins. But Yuta's here. Council culture and woke is dead in a lot of ways. Death Riders' actions don't match their words. Frank, I've been saying it for weeks now. That is the dilemma with the Death Riders. They don't. They're all talk and their actions don't match. They, Moxie's screaming and yelling like they just burned the building down. And they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything. They beat up the Dark Order. Ooh, let's go. Claudio with the uppercut. Crowd's pretty quiet right now. When the Peacock deal is up, probably. I'll let you guys talk amongst yourselves. Claudio win. Moxley is still in the Shield. Think about it comes out. Yeah, there you go. That's why. Oh, I'm catching up. What did Harris say? Ooh, I'm clicking all the buttons. I want to find this one. Where is it? Dun, 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 dun. Big dog, good to see you. I see you, Paul Scott. I can't stand Nick, but I'm still here. Wait, what? Nick Khan? But I don't even be nice to my guy, bro. Come on now. Anthony, but stay here either way, but be nice. Anthony, keep the same energy for Hogan. Oh, Jay Harris, that's not the same. That is back to my point that everybody deserves forgiveness, Mr. Harris. I think I think Hogan kind of dug in and did a bunch of shit. He's one of the guys of like, all right, we give up. You're fucked. We know you're fucked. Go away. That's what it is. There you go. There you go. Chat knows what's up. If you're easily offended, then you should never read up on your personal lives of your favorite musicians or actors. No. Again, if you're easily offended, you probably shouldn't be here. I'm not perfect. I don't know these people. It's not worth it. AT, what point does this just give shitty people a pass to keep being shitty? I'm not perfect. I don't know these people. It's not worth it. At what point does I mean, again, at what point do you overextend though? Right? And again, if you don't like somebody, don't support them. If you feel like you need, we got the sharpshooter dug in. Yuta's got a chair. Not like we just had a match with nothing but bullshit and chaos and outside interference, and now we got another one. As Jared punches Yuta, Claudio's got a chair. Moxley! Paradigm shift, a really sloppy one. Yes, we did. We kind of briefly talked about it. Yeah, that's again, some people venture too far. It's like the guy that, mortgaged his house for the fake Liv Morgan. I got no sympathy. Equalizer! The crowd goes silent. But Claudio's, what is this? Claudio hooks him up again. And a shitty equalizer that Jarrett lands on his knees. All right, so Jeff Jarrett is done. Appreciate it, Kenny. Appreciate it. And you have been here for a hot minute, my guy. So you might have actually beat Nick here. Yeah, I think the rest of us just got sick of it. We were like, fuck, enough. Last thing, the fact that that's to finish the match, the virtually unfazed, the jeers. Again, I think if you're a professional, eventually if you do your job properly, people forget. This match has been, unlike Jonah Hill says, people do forget. But the Death Riders are walking off. I don't think so, Byron. I'm sorry. I don't know if I've seen it. This match wasn't good. And again, when you open the show with a Will Ospreay match and there's interference and there's extra people and it's overbooked and there's all this fighting and then there's a brawl and then the very next match you go Jeff Jarrett, Yuta's on the outside, Moxley runs in, Marina's out there, and now the fans are chanting for Jarrett, who just had his dream smushed. And here comes MJF. The three dudes to be an old man. And listen, if I was surprised that this match happened already. MDB, it happened. I just don't know why. And Jeff Jarrett losing, no matter what the story is, Jeff Jarrett you want Jeff Jarrett to look strong. But you got MJF coming out who seemingly will fight Jarrett at some point. But now Jarrett, who just lost fighting MJF, well, MJF should dust Jeff Jarrett. Right? Right. Ooh. What did Matt use to say? Here's Wonderwall. Let's go. You're my Wonderwall. And then MJF plays like we just did this. MJF lays out Jeff Jarrett to a smattering of boos. Imbecile. Baby, you're gonna be the one that. Anyway, if you're offended by everything, you wouldn't be able to watch Hacksaw Jim Duggan because he used to. There's a lot of shit that used to happen that can't happen anymore. Listen, I keep saying it, and I know I'm an old man on porch, but we can't make good movies anymore because everything's about feelings. What did the killer feel? I don't give a fuck. Just kill people. Like, make the story, like, make a movie. Tell jokes. Jokes are jokes. So MJF just walks off. I don't know what I'm supposed to take from this. Double J might hook up with Hangman. They both have a connection to the Dark Order. Oh, good. Oh, good, big dog. That's fucking wonderful. Again, you had a chance. Again, not a great start and too much repetition. Feels like I watched the same match twice. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to a commercial. What did the killer feel? Yeah, what the fuck are we talking about? Attacks Double J, says almost nothing. Give me MJF versus Adam Page. I like the idea of MJF Adam Page, Damian. I just don't know where, like, it's so messy right now. Dun, dun, say almost nothing. Again, probably better than another long-winded promo. Bradshaw. Yeah, Bradshaw. Yeah, Bradshaw was a good one. Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, and Jason Voorhees had feelings too, damn it. Right? That's why when you remade Halloween the last time, you didn't even see Michael Myers for the first 40 minutes. It's all about fucking Lori and her family and all their issues. Like, fuck off. I feel bad. If you are born past, if you were born 95 or later, if you're Gen Z or the next whatever comes after Gen Z, I feel bad for you guys. I really do. My heart goes out to all of you because you don't know how fun life could be. Everyone's so uptight. Everyone's so worried about everything. Everyone's fucking medicated. Everyone's freaking out. I'm sorry. Life can be so much fun. AEW replicas are great. Put those plates on the real leather. Chef's kiss. Let's go. The Dark Order. Oh boy. Yeah, no, that's not good for anybody. We got a new Adam Sandler movie coming out. Happy Gilmore 2. We do. One of the OG greats. Good old Adam Sandler. At least, yeah, I agree with that, Richard. I really do agree with that. Having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card. Facts. Let's go. Oh, fuck. Yeah, big dog. Yeah, now I understand why that's an issue, but again, maybe there's a happy medium before we go that crazy. But yes, it was funny. Life can be fun. That's why I recommend. Why did I click on that? What is wrong with you? But that was funny. Is there a Royal Rumble watch party this Saturday? Of course there is, Byron. We will be here live at 5 p.m. on Saturday for Royal Rumble. Plus, our preview and prediction show will be live tomorrow night, 8 p.m. We're going to break it all down. We're going to dive into all the possibilities. We're going to talk about the rumors. We're going to talk about the matches. KO, Cody, ladder match. What will happen? Myself, Anthony, Big Nick, going to break it all down. Be here all night long for you guys. And then we're coming back on Saturday to go through it all. Who's going to be in the Rumble? Who won't be in the Rumble? Who makes it? What are the surprises? Do we get more or less surprises than we anticipated? Very, very interesting. Very interesting. We're going to be here for all of it. With all that being said, actually, while I get a drink, let's get a word from our sponsors. That's right, folks. Go get your Wrestling for Life merch today. We got all the stuff you can want. We got hats, t-shirts, coffee mugs, hoodies, tank tops. We got Ricochet on screen, by the way. Not sure what he's wearing, but he is on my screen. But go get your swag. Go get your Jarek Hogan. Go get your Tea Time Tony t-shirt. I picture Boston getting an oversized one so he can sleep in it. Who are your picks for the Royal Rumble? Tune in tomorrow. Andy, I'm going to save it for tomorrow. And part of the reason is I haven't fully decided. But by tomorrow, I have to have some idea of a prediction. So tune in tomorrow and we'll talk about it. I'm a boomer. Where does that leave me? No, the boomers, I mean, y'all are moving on. So I'm in between the boomers and the youngsters. So I don't know what to tell you. I need a Jarek Hogan shirt. There you go. Well, remember, folks, I will remind everybody, and I wasn't going to do it tonight, on tomorrow's live stream video. You can do it actually now. Comment on the comment section, not in the chat. Hashtag Royal Rumble for your spot, essentially. Friday, we will announce what numbers go to who. Still spots available. First come, first serve. Hashtag Royal Rumble on the video. And you get in, maybe you get yourself a Jarek Hogan t-shirt. Do you, Samantha Irvin eventually arrives? I think she might. We'll see. Right now, she's trying like a music career, and she's trying some stuff out. The world is her oyster. I wonder if there is any level of non-compete, though I do doubt it. But I do think that Samantha has the opportunity, again, to pop up. Why not? And that will be fun to watch. Why is Swerve versus Ricochet on Dynamite? I don't know, but this is Ricochet versus AR Fox, which I did not realize this match was happening tonight. So AR Fox was MIA, and last week he lost to Swerve. This week he fights Ricochet. Ricochet dressed like he's about to challenge more toast. Olé! Let's go. Boom, boom. I got Seth Rollins and EO. Good picks, good picks. I think Seth Rollins is third in the betting odds right now. Why is Swerve banned from the match and Ricochet could last week? Again, we don't know. Swerve didn't really do anything wrong. And generally, a babyface doesn't have to be told to stay away, with exceptions. Yeah. I mean, again, I guess because of the previous, if I'm trying to put a positive spin on it, the previous drama has led to this. I don't know. The nursing home facts. Nobody realized the KJ. If anyone is that young, tell them to watch The Great Outdoors and enjoy the raccoons. One of the best movies ever made, Trek. Boom, 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 boom. AR Fox in control, and I will put a poll up. Again, I don't know if this match was announced earlier or not, but I had no idea that this match was taking place tonight. So I will get your votes in. I'm curious who and why is it going to be Ricochet, but yeah, let me know. AR has potential, but you know the deal with TK. Well, again, 2 years ago, we were saying AR Fox has potential. AR Fox was getting in the ring, having really good matches, and then he just disappeared. Then he came back, and then remember, he was working with Swerve. He was like part of Swerve's faction, and then they had to say sorry to each other. It's all weird. It all doesn't make sense. Lucha Underground all over again. Facts. You out there have not watched Lucha Underground, I would recommend that you do so. Oh, John Candy was the man, bro. Very upsetting when he passed. Ricochet for the win. Rick O'Shea for the win. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. 80% of the chat got Ricochet winning this one. Where did it all? 4% for Fox, and nobody has led the way in at least two of the matches here tonight. What if we get Jericho Flair? Not bad, not bad. Bit of a stretch, but not bad. Well played. Who's gonna win, and why do you think it's Ricochet? Yeah, pretty much. Ricochet rolling for nothing, and then gives the fans shit. Little bit of a boo. Yeah, make sure give us a thumbs up. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And if you haven't checked out our Twitch yet, please do so. But we are at 100 likes on the stream here tonight. We do appreciate it. We really do. Up to 26 Twitchers. Love seeing that as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We are trying to get to 50 Twitchers, folks. You heard me. We go to pitcher and pitcher right now. Ricochet and AR Fox are on the outside of the ring. Again, every match goes outside of the ring. Every fucking match. AR Fox too good to just be sent to Ring of Honor Purgatory for a year. Man, he's so in and out. Like, I don't know what we're going to do with AR Fox, but there's such a long list of people that I think are prioritized higher than AR Fox for obvious reasons. But again, I think AR Fox could be more in some way, shape, or form. Just it hasn't worked out. And again, part of it is because he goes away. We bring him in for a couple matches, and then he's gone forever. Twitcher sounds so weird. I know, right? Not game match. Why is AEW in Spanish? Wait, what? Now we're just stretching. I like that one. Why I watched the Terrifier bedroom death scene. That was so effed up. You will have to tell us why. You don't have potential if you have the personality of a paver stonework rate. Has been the death of AEW. Mr. New, welcome back. Hope you're doing well, sir. And that's, again, I think that's what's missed in all of this is you are in the business of entertaining. Work rate is fine. Work rate is great. You can have a whole roster full of great workers. But if they are boring as fuck as people, then it doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't add to anything. A lot of good ideas. Again, it's like having a band. It's no different, right? Like you're in a band. I have a great guitarist. I'm a good vocalist. That's a good bassist. Our drummer's pretty good, but we have the fucking personality of wet paint. We just were miserable. It becomes an issue. When you're in the entertainment industry, when you are signing up to entertain fans, there has to be intangibles. There has to be more to it. Just sending guys down to the ring. And again, this argument that the matches are better, I don't necessarily agree with. There's a lot of matches that look identical to the previous match. There's a lot of matches that end up on the floor. Why does every single match end up on the floor? I don't know, but it happens. There is some messiness to the work. And when you put all your eggs in one basket, I know, why would you put them in separate ones? But if you are going to be the place that focuses on just quality wrestling, then you better make sure that fucking wrestling is dialed in. But the opening match tonight looked a lot like the second match. That looks a lot like the third match. Did he really, or are you just being funny? I'm watching AEW in Spanish. Daniel, I have no idea why. Do you understand Spanish? No, I didn't even watch it. Mega, that was one of the most brutal horror scenes in horror history. I haven't seen it. Based on the roster for this year's Men's Royal Rumble, do you see this as a group of death? It's a good way to put it. I mean, yeah, I think in the sense of you could be having a phenomenal year. You could be like a Jey Uso. And if this was like another Rumble, maybe you got a shot to win. But this year, you have to go through a murderer's row, not just men's, but women's as well. There is so much possibility with this Rumble. I was setting up tomorrow's stream and going through the potential surprise entrants, the ones that we're not sure, they're not committed to be there. They could be there. There's a list of like 35 names like that. And I probably missed a couple. And that's the crazy part about this Rumble. There is a lot of moving parts, a lot of pieces. So yeah, group of death, murderer's row, you call it what you will, but it's not going to be easy for anybody that wants that WrestleMania main event. Every brand needs a good front man. What would the Temptations be without Dave Ruffin? All right, what would Van Halen be without David Lee Roth? Oh, actually, we figured that out. Never mind. Same indie bullshit. AR Fox is about as relevant as Hank and Tank. I would argue that Hank and Tank's on the way up, though. At least their stock is rising. AR Fox is flatlined at the bottom for so long. So is Green Day the band you're talking about? Right? To a point, yes. Sometimes you need different baskets, too. Yes, sometimes you got big eggs. You got to put your big eggs in big baskets. And again, is anyone else struggling with the idea that this is a very highly competitive match between Ricochet, who's supposed to be taking on Swerve, and a guy we never see? AR Fox is the equivalent of local enhancement talent, but he is working Ricochet out. Will Ospreay fights Brian Cage. Brian Cage works him out. Why? Big drop kick from Fox. Let's go AR. People's moonsault. What's the percent chance we see AJ Lee at the Rumble? Mr. Noob, we will talk more about this tomorrow. I think the percentage is low. I do believe a couple of my friends on the channel believe the percentage is a little higher, but I think the percentage as it stands right now is low and would give a huge pop if it came true. AR Fox getting too much offense for a guy that hardly... Exactly. If you want Ricochet to go, listen, Ricochet, we're going to give you 12 minutes solid on TV. Go do your thing, work. We're going to put you in a competitive match. Then you find somebody on your roster that makes sense to work Ricochet to a competitive match. But this match, AR looks like the superstar. If I was a first-time watcher, I would think AR Fox is the better guy so far. Recoil. The crowd's dead. And again, when you have a guy that's getting tons of booing, you don't necessarily put him in this match. And if you do put him in this match, he stomps the shit out of the babyface. He acts like a dick. He cheats. The AR Fox gets that much offense. Hits him with vertigo, and it's over, and the crowd goes mild. Right? Think about it. If you booked Ricochet against AR Fox tonight, that's fine. He's getting all this heat from the fans. Naturally getting heat. So if you put him in a match with AR Fox, and right out of the gate, he jumps him or he pokes him in the eye, and then he's just in control. AR Fox tries to mount a little offense, he shuts it down. AR tries again, he shuts it down. Maybe he gets a little rush, gets in a few moves. Ricochet's rattled, gets mad. and then ends it. But here's Swerve. 3 matches, 3 afterbursts, 3 brawls, 3 repetition. Tell me when I'm wrong, folks. Yeah. You would think that AR Fox was the guy that's about to go on to a better match. But Swerve laying the boots to Ricochet, which, I mean, does he really have to? I mean, Nana took him out previously. AR Fox better be a regular on TV regular if he's getting this type of performance. He won't be. As we got the scissors, and really, I've had enough of blunt. I've had enough of sharp objects. Sorry, screwdrivers, scissors, like this shit. You lost me. I'm out. Like you lost me. Just like last week when he had the scissors to Nana's throat. I'm out. I don't get it. This is a way better version of Ricochet than we ever got in WWE. I would agree to a point. Babyface Ricochet with the IC title was really strong. People forget that. He won some really good matches, and he won some really good matches. However, the new heel Ricochet is much better, but the problem is he organically became a heel. The fans he got over with the fans. They started booing him, the whole toilet paper thing. So you lean into it, and the minute the booker gets involved, he fucks it up. And that's a problem. And I just explained how that match should have went if you want heat. That match should have went if you wanted me to believe in Ricochet. I've heard that rumor as well. Byron, yes. Jungle Jack just went away. It's weird. The Elite left. Jungle Jack went missing. Okada's in random matches. But we got Renee with Moxley and Claudio. Talking about how we haven't seen the world title in months. MJF will show up at the Rumble. Not likely. Best match so far. I guess. I didn't love the match. No, we don't, John. Explain. Why is everyone fighting smiling? Yeah, it's just shitty. It's corny. It's silly. It's dumb. I want to believe in your business. I want to believe in what you're doing. When you go too far, like what's next? Does someone show up to AEW with a gun? Oh, we had a flamethrower. I mean, okay. Moxley cutting a promo. Claudio can't get the smirk off his face. Renee keeps looking at the ground. Moxley rambling like he's drunk. Okay, bro, the scissors is played out. They're overdoing it. They really are. Like, here, look at all the heat that we have with Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes right now. As they clipped away, I guess that was it. That was weird. That felt incomplete. Look at all the heat we get with Kevin Owens and Cody. Without scissors, without, weapons of mass distraction. It's simply two guys that want to fight. And that's what we're signing up to watch. And unfortunately, when you start tacking on all the extra shit, you lose it. I lose. I'm not interested. I don't give a fuck. But ladies and gentlemen, we are on another commercial break. 104 people hanging out with us right now. Don't forget, check out all our socials. We are on every single one, including Blue Sky and Threads and Discord. Go check out the Discord. Go check out all the things, folks. We are everywhere. We just started on Twitch this week, so not even a week into Twitch, and we are growing slowly there. But I appreciate everyone for joining me tonight. And again, tomorrow, 8 p.m., Friday, 7:30 p.m., Saturday, 5 p.m. We got more coming your way this week. Royal Rumble is going to be a blast. My favorite pay-per-view of the year. I hope it kills. I hope it delivers. I hope it lives up to the hype. I know no matter what happens, there's going to be people out there that don't like it, but that's their problem. I'm really looking forward to this one. Tomorrow night's going to be a lot of fun with Anthony and Nick breaking down all the action and going through all the rumors. Going to be a fun one. And then, of course, Friday, SmackDown, again, 3 hours, the go-home show, the night before Royal Rumble. And we got so much more coming your way. Vengeance Day is looking stacked. Revolution coming up in March. Elimination Chamber in Toronto, March 1st. We got lots. TNA's doing some stuff. Anthony's got his weekly review. Next week, we bring you episode 4 or 5 of Wing of the Ring. Anthony, our new Wing of the Ring champion, will defend his crown as we go international wrestling trivia. Should be very interesting. And I should clarify that's US-based companies going international. Put it that way. But yes, we're going to do that. We're getting new hot sauces for the next episode. We are upping the level. We're going to 30,000 Scoville. We're going to 600,000 Scoville. We're going to make getting wrong a true punishment. We've done the other sauces a couple times, felt a little burn. Now we're going to cook. So tune in for that. That should be funny. If Anthony thought his teeth were burning before, hold on tight. But we got lots coming your way. We cover more live wrestling than anybody else out there. And of course, we got all the merch. Go check it out. Go get your Jarrah Hogan t-shirt. Go get your Tea Time Tony t-shirt. Go get your What t-shirt. Go get all the t-shirts. And don't forget, you have a chance to enter the Wrestling for Life Network Royal Rumble by commenting on any of our videos with hashtag Royal Rumble. I wasn't going to do it during an AEW stream, but if you do it here, why not? It's almost ironic and kind of funny. So I'm getting a Shorzy commercial, and if anybody knows what Shorzy is, you can be friends with me. Thunder Rosa is just about as MIA and irrelevant as most of the women there, Frank. It's not good. I believe in 2024, the women averaged 8.5-minute matches. That's crazy. Crazy. International trivia, Nick's going to lose. I know John is trying to play the mysterious guy. He is coming off like a rambling drunk, like a rambling buffoon. He doesn't make any sense. He's not ending up anywhere. You ask him a direct question, and he's all over the fucking place. What are you talking about, bro? At least we don't need to see Nylander Rose or Sonny kiss anymore. Nyla Rose. I was like, are we talking about the Leafs? Do you know how long the AEW TV deal is for? It feels like Warner Brothers Discovery would give Khan a warning to step up. As far as I know, now someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was at least 3 years. Might have been 5. I think it was 5. As I'm watching Dark Match. What is that? And we go to Chris Jericho, and my stomach starts to curdle. Why is he still doing the New York Minute? Anybody? They're in Huntsville, Alabama. Is Chris Jericho in Dark Match? Fuck. I think the Hardy Boys will show up at Vengeance Day. I think that's highly possible. I do think that. Again, we will. Yes, thank you, Kid Revos. I thought it was 5. I was going 3, but yeah, 5. I remember Meltzer breaking down the fucking math. Let's go. Big Bill is so much better than Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is holding these two men back. He's not helping them get over. He is holding them back. That's what Jericho should do. Tour with Fozzy and do shitty movies. That's what Jericho should do in 2025. They did the New York Minute thing, and I gave him a compliment when he did it because they were going to be in New York. Why is he still doing the New York Minute? And why does he keep just like fucking, he gives us a shit sandwich and just keeps piling on more shit for everybody to eat? He's garbage. Big Bill is above Jericho right now. Keith is underrated. And unfortunately, all they give him is those little staple one-word lines. Yeah, boy. Like they give him the stereotypical bullshit, right? People want to get mad about typecasting. Brian Keith is actually a really talented guy. But once a week, he comes on TV, says 2 sentences, and that's it. Outrunners deserve better. Outrunners are a perfect example of not getting enough from this company. Outrunners got themselves over. If Outrunners were on Dynamite every week, people would tune in to see the Outrunners. But people don't get to see the Outrunners because they don't get booked consistently. They should be at the top of the chart of a tag team division that doesn't even exist. They should be challenging for stuff, but they don't. They don't get to. Hold your breath, hold tight on that one. Not actually, that could be a thing. Big Bill should be Braun Strowman. Big Bill should be fucking people up, that's for sure. As here comes Jay White, folks. Up next, Jay White, Wheeler Yuta. Just in case we haven't had enough of the Death Riders tonight, and that is what's killing all of this. I don't give a fuck what anyone tries to tell me, and I'd happily publicly debate anybody. But Death Riders all over this show. Jericho on this show. Mercedes is going to be the main event, probably. It's that shit that is killing AEW. There's good shit here, but it's not used. It's not booked. It's not there. We never get to see the good shit. Here comes Wheeler Yuta, who fucking nobody cares about. Switchblade better fucking win. All right, folks. 3 matches. All 3 matches had an angle after the match. All 3 matches had extra people involved. 4th match. Let's see if they do it again. Did you stop streaming AEW Saturday TV? No, not officially, Lisa. It's been interesting times. One of the things that Nick and I are trying to do is find work-life balance as much as we can. Generally, there's been a lot of stuff on Saturdays. This past weekend, Saturday night main event. And to be honest, Collision has gone downhill in a big way. We still cover it officially, but we have not covered it nearly as much. Been a lot of Saturday pay-per-views, a lot of other things going on. Like this weekend, I just didn't want to do it. I had other things to do. But we definitely still cover it. It's just been sparse. Jericho is not in New York right now, so he shouldn't be doing the New York Minute in Alabama. Well, again, I don't get what the relevance is because his dad was a New York Ranger, because he's been to New York, he lives in Florida, he's from Winnipeg. Why is he bringing me the New York Minute from the Learning Tree? Are you the Learning Tree? Are you New York Minute? Are you the Painmaker? Are you the Fozzie's front man? What the fuck are you? Other than a giant blob of flesh that wastes my time every fucking week on TV. I don't know why he's here. I don't know why we keep getting him. I don't know why people don't see it. I know some people do, but he's holding wrestlers back. He's in the way. He's hurting the company. Chris Jericho is bringing no value to AEW. None. And if Chris Jericho would like to talk to me about it one day, I'd happily have the conversation where he can try and convince me that I'm wrong about everything I'm observing. White for the win. Why is El Nuevo still Ring of Honor champion? Make it make sense. He has done nothing with it when it can be building young talent. Again, this whole idea that Chris Jericho as Ring of Honor champion helps them land a streaming deal, I disagree. Yes, again, Chris Jericho might have more name value to the average not wrestling fan. Great. But if you're trying to sell execs or you're meeting with people to say, hey, take this product and put it on your show, and you show them a highlight package of what Chris Jericho's doing, it's not the most interesting, compelling, or good wrestling that you could be presenting. But if you show them a nice little video package of young, up-and-coming talent going balls to the wall, I think Chris Jericho's full of shit. Right? Yuta and White will go 15 minutes for no reason. Again, an overly competitive match. Again, another match out onto the floor. I don't know why motherfuckers can't stay in the ring. Stay on the fucking stage. It looks just like the last match. It looks just like the match before it. But Jay White and Yuta, again, this match should have lasted 3 seconds. Nobody gives a fuck about Yuta. The last 2 matches, and again, AEW fans, stop me when I'm wrong. AEW fans in the building have gone quiet. The energy they had for Will Ospreay is all but empty right now. Should have voted nobody. Nobody's a big possibility on this one. 59% Jay White, 26% nobody, and 15% Yuta. The trend tonight on the polls is this. There's a heavy favorite. There's a wild underdog. And more people think it's likely that the match just ends in a schmoz than it does that the underdog's actually going to win. But what the fuck was that? As these two men stumble around outside the ring, got Royal Rumble this Saturday. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So again, that's what's been happening to Collision, right? We would like to cover Collision. The Royal Rumble is going to take priority. Last week was Saturday Night Main Event. The week before that was the weekend off. Like we're trying to I know like the channel's trying to take some days off here and there just so we don't die. As much as we love doing this, and we still do it more than everybody, but you're right. Saturday we will be here for the Rumble. We might keep an eye on Collision, but really Collision has gone down the toilet. 250,000 viewers this weekend or this past weekend. That's crazy. It's going to come a Saturday where we have more people watching us than are watching Collision. Collision has become the new Rampaja. It has. Tony Khan can't do what he's doing. And that's the bottom line. Nobody can do what Tony Khan's trying to do. Even a guy like you talk about Triple H or and others, they have a team of people that they trust and believe in. I think Tony's tried to do too much. The Jacksonville Jaguars suck. Their soccer team sucks. Their wrestling company sucks. What are they good at? Thank God fucking Shad invented a bumper or whatever the fuck he patented all those years ago. Because if he hadn't done that, we wouldn't even know who the Khans are. Collision that had one of the best segments of the year so far, Tony Storm. That was not good. That was not good. I watched it, Damien. That is bullshit. If anyone tries to tell you that was a good segment, I'm sorry, my guy. That was garbage and it was done wrong. It was so bad. Jose. Almost worth it. Almost just made me smile. That's funny as shit. But yeah, I saw other people saying this Mariah May Tony Storm thing was great. It was fucking atrocious. And if you are wondering, we are in picture. They're still on the outside of the fucking ring. Get in the ring. Use the ring. But Mariah May and Tony Storm. Tony Storm comes back after being timeless Tony. She has an opportunity just to be a badass. Just be an adult woman wrestler who has all her capacities, mental capacities, click it in the right way, and just come out and be a really good wrestler. Whoop some ass. Go after her nemesis. Comes back with amnesia. It's fucking stupid. They say, well, maybe she's faking it. I said, that's even dumber. Of course, the dumber option wins. But here's the problem, Damien, and I have nothing but love for you, my friend. The biggest problem with that segment is it didn't make sense. If Tony Storm was lying and deceiving Mariah May, then she should have got a 1-up. For example, Mariah May goes to hit Tony with the belt. Tony ducks it, beats her up a little. She rolls out. She grabs the mic and says, I've been faking the whole time. Crowd goes wild. Instead, she got her ass kicked, left on all fours on the ground like a dog, got whipped like a dog. Mariah May walks away, and then Tony gets up and says, oh, by the way, I remember. That was good? That's good. Help me understand, because it took me 6 seconds to explain how fucking poor it was done. What was good about it? None of it made sense. What was the advantage? What did Toni Storm gain by faking amnesia? Did it lead to her getting a title shot? Nope, that happened anyway. Did she outsmart Mariah May? Nope. If she was faking amnesia, yes, save it for the match then. But how does it make a difference? She was still winning as, I don't remember timeless Toni Storm. None of it made sense. None of it is good. It doesn't work. It is done poorly. And it took me no time to tell you how to do it otherwise. What's up, Tom Allen? Any relation to Tim? Nobody for the win. That's a fair assessment. We are definitely not winning. Coming back out of pitcher in pitcher. Who is with backstage that Yuta gets? Yeah. That's the question. You have guys. Imagine if Wardlow, instead of being in the Undisputed Kingdom when he was with Moxley instead of Yuta. Imagine Wardlow got as much TV time as Yuta or Powerhouse Hobbs or such a fucking list of names that could be used instead of Wheeler Yuta. Could we see Daniel Bryan at Royal Rumble or Bryan Daniel? I don't think so. Jericho's trolling KJ. It's no. Trolling, or the way Jericho's trying to present this, and I know what you're saying, but it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. And again, it's not trolling when you are getting shit on by the fan base, and then you just go about it. Oh, see, I'm going to do what they're saying. That's not it. That's not trolling. You were just jumping in on your own. You are the joke, right? When you troll, you make a joke out of the opinion, but all he's doing is making it a bigger joke on himself. That's the problem. He's not trolling. He's not doing good heel work. Nothing. None of it. It's garbage. Garbage. Jay White and Yuta to the top. Power slam. Oh, did I say power slam? Superplex. My bad. Got me all pissed off at Jericho and Toni Storm. KJ, have you ever had a dream where you turn around and you see Jericho waving at you hi? Not specifically, but I have had some weird wrestling dreams. But Yuta is champion in AEW. Yeah, no shit. Yeah. Yuta is nobody, so the voting isn't fair. Facts, Mr. Noob. Well played, by the way. What's up? Did you see who the Jaguars hired as coach? I actually hadn't. I know it was around, but I heard it was funny. I want to see if I can find it. That took 2 seconds. Liam Cohen. Who is Liam Cohen? Liam Cohen is an American football coach who's the head coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars in the National Football League. He previously served as offensive coordinator for Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right. Nick might have a deeper opinion on that one. Get in the ring. Holy fuck, it's killing me. Just get in the ring. None of it makes sense. Yeah, like Boston or Damian. Why was that segment so good to you? Like, what was it that, you were like, oh, wow, that was so good. Like, it was so blatantly obvious that that's where it was going. Oh, Jericho's, probably Big Dog. You can correct me if I was in the mid tangent. You can't do that. Mid tangent. So Yeah, no, I mean, if Jericho is trolling me personally, it feels like it, doesn't it? I mean, get your t-shirts today. That amnesia moment of her made no sense. Again, guys, if she had amnesia, and if two Jay White almost loses, if the amnesia was obvious, like they really made it obvious that they beat her in the head and it caused amnesia, I'm in. Then we're going through, and maybe she's kind of friendly with Mariah May, like, oh, you seem really nice. And we're all like, no, she's your enemy. And then other wrestlers, other women come up to her and say, you can't trust Mariah. Mariah is the reason why you don't remember. And she's like, oh, but she's so nice. Like, and the amnesia and the amnesia. And then there becomes a moment where it's either for like to get a title shot, or Mariah's doing something devious and Tony screws her over and the ruse is complete. I tricked you. You thought I forgot, but I know who you are. I never forgot, and now I got you. But the idea that if you're down on the ground the whole time and Mariah May's whipping the shit out of you, and you're on all fours thinking, man, she's going to be shocked when I tell her I remember. So she's whooping your fucking ass. Doesn't matter if you're Timeless Tony, fucking Tony the Tiger, Tony Danza. Doesn't matter what fucking Tony you are getting your ass fucking whooped. That's what doesn't make sense. Facts. And Jay White finally gets the win. It's over. No interference. I guess Claudio gets help from the Death Riders. Moxley gets help from the Death Riders. Yuta? Fuck Yuta. Where's all his friends? As Jay White setting up. So now Jay White is beating up Yuta after the match. So 4 matches, 4 angles after matches. But no Death Riders. Where are the Death Riders? I was entertained by it. That's why it was good to me. I didn't care about finding some meaning or what was entertaining about it? The fact that it was just it got to your kinky side, that Timeless Tony was on her hands and knees getting whipped. What was it? What was the entertaining part of it? Because to me, if it lacks realism, oh, finally, Claudio and Moxley left catering in time. And now they're just stomping. So we've seen this already tonight. You think you know me? Here comes Adam Copeland. That's been the question of the night. That's been the question of the night. Why is AR Fox getting so much offense? They don't know how to do it, folks. Powder slam. So Edge helps Jay White. FTR's here. Dax has a microphone. This episode's really got under my skin here tonight. So the segment was, haha, I tricked you after she got beat up because May wasn't falling for it. Yeah, kind of. Right? I don't get the entertainment value in that. I totally forgot Yuta is a third of the trios holder. Yeah, and we don't always see the other part of the trios holder. Where is Pac? Pac works once a month. I also do that. So MDB, or I haven't done it as much lately, but I've done that many times. So yes. FTR versus the Death Riders in a Mid-South Street fight. Speaking of Cornette, lazy booking. Lazy booking. Moxley smiles at the camera again like he's Ferris fucking Bueller. I've had so many people in front face lock in my dreams. I thought you were going somewhere else with that, Jose. Tony revealing herself as faking was flawed to begin with. Yeah, it was stupid to begin with. Just all I want is some adults that want to fight. That's all I would love for AEW to give me is adults that are so competitive and want to be the best at wrestling that they fight each other. I don't need you're not my friend. I don't need can you please be my friend? I don't need I have amnesia. Yes, the soap is good, but the competitive drive of I just want to fuck your shit up. As we are getting a Tony Storm, Mariah May package. Yes, Safit. Tony Montana? Yeah, there you go. Anyone know? How about we got some more Tonys in the chat? Right? We got tea time with Tony. Tony faking it would have made sense if Mariah took her under. Yes, yes. Yuta, the whipping boy. Yeah, no shit. Tony Soprano Storm. I like it. Aftermath 4 of a lifetime. So, Timeless Tony had gotten stale for a lot of people. People had given up on Timeless Tony. She loses the belt to Mariah May. Great. You're setting up Mina. Didn't really transpire the way it should have. And then Tony just goes back to being Timeless Tony again. So what happens if she beats Mariah May? She's now Timeless Tony, the champ again, and we go back to the black and white? Or she loses and Timeless Tony dies. Jay White will be next for Moxley at Grand Slam. Interesting. But here comes Mariah May, folks. Mox gives no fucks about Yuta or anybody else for that matter. Jay White laid out again. Edge back. I was going to say a clean match for once, but never mind. Haven't they been doing this week after week with Mox and group? Boring. The Mox thing sucks. And again, somebody on Blue Sky or Twitter told me the other day of like, fans just don't know how to be patient. You guys put up with the bloodline for years, but Moxley, but they were doing shit. They were doing shit we were interested in. They were moving the fucking needle. Moxley's supposed to be a crazy, maniacal badass, and he spends more time running away than anything else. Dax on the mic for a second. No, it had nothing to do with it. For me, it wasn't anything about, I didn't say so. I did say kinky, didn't I? What else to tell you, bro? I enjoyed it because Tony had a great performance. What was great about, fair enough. Fair enough. Storm should use Mariah like he did Storm. Yeah. As Tony chants break out, the stupid Air Fox got so much offense because they don't know how to make someone look strong. Everyone has, 100%. All these 50-50 matches aren't good for business. I wish the crowd would chant cope, cope, cope. Lazy booking. Mid-South Street Fight. Mid-South Street Fight, yeah. A Mid-South Street Fight, folks. Again, we just had a Texas death match in fucking Oklahoma or wherever the fuck they were when they did it. It's so bad, guys. There's so much more we could be doing. Who cared about any of the matches tonight? Yeah, the matches struggled for me too as well, Chair. Indie Outlaw bullshit. Ferris Moxley, fair enough. Mariah May's good. Mariah May's so good. Yeah, we don't know. It's just a street fight with a fucked up name. Another one of these, just add a fucking city in front of it. Philly death match, Philly lights out match, Arkansas axe match. Like it is such simplistic booking. It is so lazy. It is so like, again, he says he's booking for the sickos. I think he's booking for the morons. I'm sorry if that offends anyone out there, but I think that's the TK's booking to me Seems like he's booking for stupid people. We have no idea, Tom. It will take time to figure that one out. With the floundering women's division, why not do better by Marina? Marina, yeah. I mean, Marina would be very interesting. You really want me to understand that Marina's a badass? Give her some matches. Yuta goes to the ringside with her. Yuta gets to be a little pain in the ass heel, and help Marina when she needs it. But yeah, you put Marina in some matches and let her fuck some people up. It really helped me take her serious. Oh, okay. We got the Oz Boys. And we're getting like a baby face package. Okay. Everyone should be after the belt. That's the job, right? Like, again, when you interview an athlete, they don't talk about like, yeah, I just really wanted to be friends with that guy, but he's on the other team, so I don't know what to do. This is not really fair. No, it's I want to be a champion. I will step over everybody to become a champion. That's what lacks in this company. Guns up. That was a really nice baby face package for the Guns. By the way, Samoa Joe's back, and he's on Collision with Hook. Fuck! Why? Moxley's blood-soaked wet dream come true all over again. The Learning Tree going to take on the Outrunners, which was talked about earlier. Instead of Big Bill getting in the ring with Brian Keith, it's going to be Jericho. And we'll hear from Tony Storm, timeless Tony Storm, on Saturday, all during the Royal Rumble. So about 200,000 people might tune into that. Three-way TNT Championship. I didn't even remember Garcia had it because he's irrelevant. That's what AEW was supposed to be. That's what sports-based wrestling is supposed to look like. AJ, facts, MDB, all day long, bro. That's what it should be. We are about being the fucking best. And I'm mad at that guy because he's in my way of being the fucking champion. As we are getting a replay of the Undisputed Era that beat Garcia. And, oh, by the way, 2.0 got put back together. So Matt Menard and Cool Hand Luke are back together. Great. But up next, our main event, which is going to kill the rating, is Sasha Banks versus Yuka Sakazaki. This is your fucking main event tonight. Come on, KJ, you can't use Tony Khan and booking in the same sentence. Well, according to his best friend, booking's not that important. It's a fucking joke, as we are getting a pre-tape of the Hurt Business. Get Joe out of the Christian. Yeah, like it's fucked. I feel so bad for Joe. And I feel like I've said it all night long, folks. Almost 2 hours of I really like Will Ospreay, but he's not fighting the right guy. I really like Kenny Omega, but he's not in the right thing. I really like fucking Samoa Joe. He's not doing the right thing. I like a lot of these athletes. I don't like what they're doing or who they're fucking with. Also, the NXT Vengeance Day theme song is doesn't miss. There you go. Interesting. May versus Stratton would bang. Mariah May is great. She really is great. And Tony Storm's phenomenal. I love the rivalry. I just don't like the kitty stuff. It's bad when you can hear every heckler's comment. It's bad, Chair. And I feel like the energy in the building died. And I know people are going to jump on the internet. Best Dynamite ever. We love Dynamite. TK, you did it again. I'm sorry, it's not. And I've been very complimentary of AEW to start 2025. This is probably my worst reaction stream of 2025 for AEW. It's just not been good. Rinse and repeat the same shit over and over and over and over. And now we're main event. I could give two fucks. I could say goodnight, everybody, right now, and not watch this main event. I wouldn't care. Yeah, I don't know if he notices, but that indie show Die Hard is getting less and less and less and less. It was okay to book for the sickos when there was a million of them, but they're getting smaller and smaller and smaller. At what point does this change? If people think Moxley is not writing half of this shit, they're wrong, and this dude is fucking horrible. That is one of the biggest problems with the show. And that's why we see so much repetition, Paul. So many of the wrestlers are in charge of their own shit, very WCW-esque. Moxley has been given creative control. Moxley's a fucking moron, clearly, right? Here's a guy that's supposed to be like deranged and again, like this guy that just wants to drink blood and fuck everything up, but he can't stop grinning. He's smiling at the camera like Ferris Bueller. He's running away more. He should be standing in the middle of that ring, daring people to fight him. Would Jericho be in the WWE Hall of Fame eventually? Well, it's going around that Jericho would decline the Hall of Fame. I find that hard to believe. But I don't know. I think Jericho is going to be the first ever AEW Hall of Famer. Jericho, Sting. That's what I think. Jericho deserves to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. You heard me correctly. I didn't misspeak. Chris Jericho deserves to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. The guy had a great career. It's been the last 3-4 years that he just pissed the bed and doesn't realize it and just laying in it. But I do think that Chris Jericho's earned a Hall of Fame. But now, I don't want it. Of course he doesn't want it. We'll see what happens when TK stops paying his bills. This show is horrible. Holy shit. How you go from a decent show right back to pure shit. Too icy, number one. The show has not been good. It has not been exciting. It has not been great. The matches are over competitive. The story, again, match, heavy favorite against somebody that shouldn't challenge them very hard, and then an afterbirth. That's how the whole night's been, right? Ospreay goes longer than he should with Cage. Cage looked like an absolute beast in that match. That match was better for Cage than it was for Ospreay. Ospreay gets the win, and then there's a melee. All right, here we go. Next match. What was the next match? Because the same thing happened in the second match. What the fuck was the second match? Jeff Jarrett, Claudio. Again, another lopsided one. Jeff Jarrett, who's on this comeback tour, got stopped in his fucking tracks. But all night, Ricochet takes on AR Fox. Ricochet should have dominated that match, should have laid boots to AR Fox. It goes 50-50. AR Fox getting more offense. AR Fox looks like a star. AR Fox gets the win. Then we have a melee. Ugh. All night fucking long. Right? Yuta fights Jay White. Should be a 3-minute match. Jay White should walk out, kick him in the face, but fucking end it and go home. No, it's competitive. It goes through a commercial. We come back. Then they fucking, again, Jay finally gets the win after giving Yuta too much offense. Melee after the fact. All night long. Like Lionel Richie says. Praxium versus the Hardys is a very big possibility. If Tony Khan really wanted to do a triple threat match properly, watch the match between AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and Christopher Daniels. TNA's YouTube channel just released a compilation. Phenomenal fucking match. And you understand why I use phenomenal, Ronan. I think that's what frustrates me a little bit extra about AEW at times, because you do have Samoa Joe. You do have Christopher Daniels. There's a lot of people in this company that know better. Why is Joe fucking around with Hook and the fucking patriarch still? All heels running too much in AEW. Who are the superstar baby faces in AEW? Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, kinda. Yeah, they run away all the fucking time. All the fucking time. And if Pac can't If Pac can't be on the show, replace him. No offense, Pac. I don't know what's going on with Pac's life, but I can't get into a guy that's here once a month, once every 2 months. I can't get into it. Replace him. Give AR Fox the fucking spot. I don't give a shit. So we're getting a replay of MJF knocking out Jeff Jarrett. I feel like this story killing the momentum Jay White had coming off. Yeah, he gets a big win on a Hangman. And again, the way this is all built, because it's the same, right? We see, again, a lot of rinse and repeat. Jericho just talks to talk. Yeah, he's just full of shit. Here's Taya and Deonna. Her Tibius. Oh. So Taya and Deonna are mad at Harley Cameron. I love Harley Cameron. Another knock on this show is there's been no Harley Cameron. The fans are asking for Harley Cameron. People, please go to Twitter, tag the channel, tag us all. We want Harley. I know Nick doesn't really want Harley. We want Harley. I'm pulling, but we want Harley. No Harley tonight. Deonna was in a fatal 4-way. She could be in this main event. Deonna versus Sasha. Sounds great to me. Main event of Dynamite. You got me. And I don't know, Anthony, if you're still there and you can hear this, but instead we get the CEO versus Yuka Sakazaki. Why? And this is going to be competitive. Right? The shit that's getting the worst reactions in the company are Tony Khan's favorite shit that he books the most. Death Riders all over the show. They suck. Jericho's there. Sucks. Mercedes sucks. It's not helping. Yep. AEW will be on Tuesday, February 11th, because of the pay-per-view on Saturday that week. All right. That's very interesting. Tuesday. I'm down. We'll see what they do. Deonna is on Dynamite. She was in back complaining. Now, again, Deonna could have been in this match, but she lost to Yuka Sakazaki. And Yuka gets like even the champion entrance. She comes out last. The last entrance of Dynamite tonight, Yuka Sakazaki. She's a magical girl, according to the Lucha from Michigan. I have no idea, Tom. Will Ospreay, Brian Cage with a Kenny Omega angle main event? Nah. No. As they're showing a replay of all the talented women that should be in this fucking match. The crowd goes mild. The crowd does not give a flying fuck about this. Queen of the Southside title. What is that? Deonna on TV after complaining, what? Tony Khan must have booked this show tonight. No way. But barely, just like, and again, Taya and Deonna are very heel. You can't put them against Sasha. So they got TV time to talk about Harley, who they'll probably wrestle on Collision. How is the main event? I don't know the wrestler Mercedes is facing. You don't know Sakazaki? Sakazaki now? Come on, you don't know? You don't know. I'm just kidding. I don't know either. Yuka was off TV for 4 months before this match. Was she on TV a lot before 4 months ago? Richard, she been gone for like what has she had? 5 AEW matches ever? How many times has Yuka even been on Dynamite? I have Ricochet's exact style of scissors. It should be spray paint them gold if it makes you happy. So Peraza complains about her booking and immediately eats a pin from a random stardom wrestler no one cares about. That's how we roll around here. Petty shit. And you're killing your company. This is not the main event. Yeah, this is for the TBS title. For those, I didn't even put a poll up. I was so pissed off that this match is happening and in the main event spot. It's so bad. You are killing your own fucking company with this shit. And again, I'm telling you right now, if you tuned into a Monday Night Raw and it was Maxine Dupree against fucking Ivy Nile in the main event, people would lose their fucking mind. And that has more star power than this shit. This makes me so mad. It's definitely Monet. Yeah, I don't even need to really put the poll up, but I'm going to do it out of habit. Yuga had 5 matches in AEW last year, 2 in April and 3 in September. Enough said. No consistency in the booking. None of your actual superstars that can carry this company, sell merchandise, sell tickets, sell ratings, sell to a streaming platform. None of those actual fucking stars are being used. The worst shit in this show are the most booked and beloved people. And it sucks. The fuck are they doing? They're trying to do the roll around spot, fucked it up twice. Crowd going dead. Daddy. Dead. D-E-D. Dead. You heard me. You got to teach Nick how to put up the... True. Nobody wins with this garbage match. No, this is fucking bad. Mercedes phony. She's a big phony. Got Monet for the win, and this match going to suck monkey balls to OG Dale. Still 7 minutes on the clock, by the way. Only 75%, because 19% took nobody. Who picked Yuka? Who voted Yuka? Just for fun, right? Andrew. Mercedes is so overrated. Completely overrated. Completely overrated. For my money, Mercedes Moné is the most overrated, overpaid athlete in all of wrestling. In any company. DED. Dead. Fans much like this trash. The fans don't though. Listen. Chair, you've been around long enough. I know the people in the chat. It's always the ear test. We're getting a little bit of booing right at the moment. Sakazawa, he's upset. Listen, my beef with that man now, other than he blocked me, is he started acting like he was the first and only one to kind of start bad mouthing all this shit. When there's people like us who have been doing it for a while. It took him for a while. Like he held on by his fingertips until he couldn't do it anymore. And then he had to jump on the bandwagon with a bunch of other people. Oh, yeah. But even guys, listen, JD from New York at one point would have given, 10 stars to Moxley taking a piss in the middle of the ring. If you lose fans like him, if you lose fans that are that committed to your product, and even they have started to publicly criticize your product, you have to ask yourself what you're doing, right? JD used to show up. And again, I don't knock the man's hustle. The man's done great things in a lot of ways, even though I don't like him. Don't like his attitude. I don't like his approach. But I will say this. He used to show up to all his streams with AEW hoodies on. He was AEW. I would watch an AEW and I'd lose my mind for 2 hours. This is so bad. This is so bad. This is so bad. And then I'd listen to his review of like, it's great. This is awesome. This is wonderful. But even that guy has given up. Even that guy is struggling right now. So my point to everyone out there is you can turn your blinders on all you want. You can blame the world all you want. You can sit around and say, well, it's just hate. That guy loved you. What the fuck did you do to him? Okay? There's guys like myself. I kind of gave up on wrestling for a little bit. WWE sucked. Vince McMahon couldn't book to save his life. He was too busy chasing fake interns around the office. And AEW brought me back to wrestling. I have no reason to show up every Wednesday and shit on this show. I have no reason to do it. My life is easier and better if I get to show up and hang out with y'all on a Wednesday and talk about how great things are. Man, that was so cool. I did it last week. I did it the week before. We did it at World's End. But this is fucking horrible. Horrible. And if you're losing diehard fans, people have been watching from day one, Tony has to look in the mirror and ask why. But what's more important to Tony Khan is Chris Jericho's my friend. John Moxley loves me. I got to dance with Daniel Garcia. That's what matters to Tony. Tony grew up in a fucking bubble, a $1 billion bubble. And now he's interacting with humans. And he doesn't know. He just wants to be loved. And I'm sure he's a nice guy. All the reports, he's a nice guy. But he's a fucking horrible booker. It's like, Harry, you're alive. But you're a terrible shot. That's so abrupt. I called it KJ. I knew this was going to be a pain. You did, Philip. And again, every fucking week we show up and it's hope. We tonight's going to be a good one, right? This is terrible. Ricky, welcome back. It is fucking bad. I was the one who voted for Yuta. Wesley, what are you doing? Yuka is dead. I can't look that we're down. Like people are just voting for Yuka to piss me off now. I mean, Tim, Tom. I'm very open to that. I asked the man why he wears an AEW hoodie while he does a WWE review, and he blocked me. So that's how tough that guy is. It's easy to yell at a microphone and a camera, and then nobody challenges you. It's easy when you sit on your throne and nobody can counter your argument. But JD would never agree to debate me on anything. JD would never step up where he'd have to actually defend. The problem now is we both agree. We both agree on how shit this is. But there was a time where we put clips out. We've tagged him and stuff. I've tried to goad him into conversation. Guys like JD don't do this. Don't debate. They hang around with people that think what they think. I watch a lot of Busted Open. Pause. I bet you do, bro. Get him, Damien. I listen to it all, guys. I listen to Cornette. I listen to Busted Open. I used to listen to Jericho, but now it just makes me throw up in my mouth. I take in as much content as I possibly can, and I try and learn and listen to as much as I possibly can. I don't agree with everyone. You ever listen to Kevin Nash's podcast? You might as well take a Valium and go to sleep. It is fucking horrible. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's my suggestion to everybody. Have multiple sources, listen to everybody. If you get stuck in that silo, even the Cornette fans, like the cult of Cornette, you can get very tunnel visioned if all you do is listen to Cornette. Oh, yeah. Like some people don't even watch the shows. They base all they know about AEW on what he says. That's great. But I want to see it all. I want to know it all as much as we possibly can. I was close to a day one guy I watched, and there you go. That's it. Boring. Got him, KJ. All right. KJJD versus Joe Cronin and Conman. Conman's too nice, man. I like from what I can tell. I know he's Canadian, fellow Canadian, but he just seems like a nice guy. Like I don't know if I could be mean to Conman. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody can tell me, but he seems so nice. I'm betting the house on KJ no matter what the competition is against JD. He's fraudulent. We can have a race, a car race. But yeah, I would happily go toe to toe with just about anybody out there. I'm happy to have an argument. I mean, again, I think healthy debate is good. I really do. Conman is a mark, but we're all marks, Paul. He might be an Uber mark, but we're all, me and Nick, Anthony, we're here fucking popping. And again, I can't knock the man for being a mark. That's how we ended up here. We just need KJ to book the show. Thanks, Tom. This is one of Mercedes' weaker defenses. She's had the only good defense Mercedes has had for me is Statlander. Conman is always on his nice shit. LOL. I want to hate him. Yeah, that's what I mean. He just seems like a nice dude to have a beer with and like, hey man, he's the dude that like you're in a bad mood, he kind of cheers you up. Big super kick on Mercedes. CEO's in trouble. This woman we've never heard of who's tiny. We are on the merry-go-round. Faceplant. Yeah, he just seems like a nice guy. And again, I want all his fans to come watch us, but he still seems like a nice guy. There's no edge to him. We're nice, but we're not always nice. AEW is definitely sucking tonight. I don't know if the broad stroke works, Ricky, but yeah. Yes, absolutely. I never badmouth someone for being a mark. I get mad at people for being ignorant and closed-minded, but not being a mark. I even watch Wrestling Days podcast. Well, speaking of Wrestling Days, I think Tom's rocking some days up there, but well, shout out to Wrestle Days. He seems like an okay guy. I did a tough watch, that's all. The Cracked Skull podcast, KJ. That's a good one. I'm about to crack my skull if this match doesn't end. It's like the people who hate on Simon Miller, like, how can we hate on him today? Right? Like, he's just smiling all the time. How do I yell at you if you're smiling? I see you, Tom. Feel a little dazed and confused out there. I even listen to a lot of Eric Bischoff. I listen to Eric. Eric, to me, the AEW fans hate Eric. And they remind him all the time, like, you fucked up. He's like, I know. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying, you idiots. I know I fucked the company up. I know. I blame other things, but I know. Yuka! Knees up on a horrible looking spot. That was fucking embarrassing. 2 count. Knee to the face. And the crowd continues to just fucking yawn. Powerbomb, rolled over. So sloppy. This match wouldn't make NXT last night. This would have been the worst match on NXT. And it's over with a 4-minute overrun. Fuck off. I'm down. Bully Ray. I want to fight. David Guetta. This is my favorite comment ever, Damien. I want to fight. I want to debate Billy Ray and David Guetta. That would be the best one. The best wrestling. The best wrestling debate I could ever have. That main event wouldn't be a practice match on NXT. Fucking horrible to watch. Slow, clunky, just awful. But we are done. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Dynamite. Get in the chat. Let me know how you felt about the show. What is your rating on tonight's show out of 10? How did you feel about it? What did you like? What didn't you like? I'll hang around for a few more minutes and take it all in with everybody. But here's it. This is my 2 cents. This is my Jerry Springer final thoughts of the night. It is very simple. Tony Khan either doesn't care or he's stupid. I don't know what one it is because I don't know Tony Khan. But watching a show like tonight, he either doesn't give two fucks like Vincent Kennedy McMahon didn't, or he's really fucking dumb. Those are the two options. The worst things on the show are the things that he books the most of. The things that get the wrestlers and the angles that nobody gives a fuck about get the most love. Mercedes Moné did not deserve that main event tonight. And if you don't watch a lot of AEW and you tune in and caught that, you wouldn't continue to watch AEW. Moxley's hurting this company. Jericho's hurting this company. Mercedes Moné is hurting this company. The crowd in the building's dead. The crowd at home is dead. The crowd in the chat is pissed off. I'm irritated and hopefully echoing some of your sentiment out there. There's so much potential on this show. You have Will Ospreay. You have MJF. You have Kenny Omega. You have Ricochet, Swerve. If you place them and book them properly, the matches get better. The stories get better. The interest in your product gets better. Everybody, we've been doing hashtag we want Harley. Everyone's been talking about Harley. No Harley at all tonight. We referenced her, but no Harley. Harley's clips are going all over the internet. Jim Cornette's talking about Harley Cameron and her talents. No Harley Cameron. We love Wardlow. He goes missing. We are big fans of Ricky Stark. He's gone. We want to see Will Ospreay go for a title. Nah, he'll fight Callis for the third year in a row. No progression. No growth. Some people say long-term storytelling. I disagree. It's lazy. You know, it's convoluted. It's sloppy. And it's just a mess. And again, if he's booking for the sickos, I'm sorry, a lot of what he's booking is for remedial, younger fans. If you have any capacity in your head, you will notice the flaws and the problems, and you will become disinterested. If you were a 15-year-old kid tonight and you were a wrestling fan and that was the main event, sure, there's a couple girls on TV, but the entertainment value of the match sucked. Why not have Will Ospreay, Brian Cage in the main event at least? And then you can have the spillover. You go off the air with Will Ospreay, your biggest star. Kenny Omega, one of your biggest stars. Maybe 1A, 1B. If you end the night with those two in the ring, side by side, we all go home a little happier. But Mercedes gets the collar shot. Tony wants to show that he gives women some love, which he's never probably done in real life. And that's how we get here. We get a horrible fucking main event. We get an overall flat show. 4 matches, all had aftermaths. 4 matches with interference. All these matches that can't stay in the ring. And I will actually say this. Sasha and Yuka stayed in the ring more than most of the women, or most of the matches tonight. They continue to hurt themselves. This isn't a bot problem. This isn't a WWE fan problem. This isn't an AEW hate problem. The problem is themselves. The people in the building are fucking themselves. They are hurting themselves every chance they get. Because even when they do good things, I was here complimenting them last week, complimenting them the week before, complimenting them the week before. And I continue to compliment when they deserve it. But then you pull out this shit and it's rinse and repeat. Now you just randomly, oh, Edge and FTR are here. Give us a street fight. Fuck. Like it is just remedial booking. It is horrible. It is not entertaining. And you can say, oh, but the matches weren't great tonight, guys. NXT killed Dynamite tonight in match quality. Killed it in match quality tonight. And I will debate that with anybody. You tell me those are the best wrestling matches I can find in wrestling? I don't know. I don't agree with that. 5 out of 5 or 5.5 out of 10. Wow, I read that way wrong. 5 out of 10. 5 and oh, good job. Why is David Quinn involved? I don't know, but I'll take him on. I don't care. Uh, main event match trash, 5 out of 10. I listen to everyone. That's 9 hour. Yeah, I bet, noob. Near and dear. My pops does what you do. So big shout out to him and you. So I'm sure you get a lot of listening done. Wow, I didn't even see that coming. Monet wins. Yeah, no shit, right? Shocker. 0 to 10 knee pads, no Harley. I agree with all of that. When you just let holds go in the middle of a 3 count, stop. Again, it was sloppy, it was clunky. They tried to do like the leg lock spin around the ring spot. She fucked it up twice. Then when everything's slow, and again, people want to talk about like quality of wrestling, but we got women in NXT who are still developing that would not put on a match that embarrassingly clunky. And if they did, there'd be fucking AEW fans with their pitchforks running around, lighting torches and looking for trouble. Like, it really is insane to me that is the cream of your crop, and you put them in the main event, and it looked that bad. It looked so rehearsed. Actually, I lied. It looked so unrehearsed. It looked so unprepared. There was no smoothness to it. It was so fucking bad. Tom, I agree. 5 out of 10. 2 wasted hours watching. 5. 3 out of 10. CEO saved. What? No, I'm sorry. 4 out of 10. A bad night for AEW. I'm with you, Richard. I'll go 4. Again, I like some of the things. I'll give you a point for Ospreay, a point for Kenny, a point for Jay White, and a point for Swerve. 4. That's it. That's all you're getting from me. 5 out of 10 for me. Good evening, all. I would rather watch Jim Cornette fight Vince Russo. I'd be totally down to watch that fight. I don't know. Jim's getting up in age, though. Dead in the Arena. 3. It's interesting. Jake Paul versus Logan Paul is on the same channel. It's funny as shit, right? 7 out of 10. 5.5. Brandon, 7 seems high, my guy, but I'm glad you liked it. 5.5. Crowd is dead. Raul, I agree. The crowd died. The crowd did not give a fuck. Wow, Tony doesn't even care anymore. That's what it feels like. And I keep saying that I think Tony's the opposite. He really does care. He just thinks this is great. Like, when the show ends tonight, all the assholes that are milking every fucking penny they can get from him, go back to him. Great job, Tony. Great job, Tony. I'm a good boy. I did good. And then he goes home and I did good. It's not true. It's just this fucking warped sense of reality. 4 out of 10. TK doesn't care anymore. 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10. Ooh. 0 out of 10 from Wrestling Days. 8 out of 10. 8. Robert, what did you smoke? 5.5 out of 10. They put Harley on Saturday so much Mercedes could have tonight. I would rather watch a half an hour concert by Harley Cameron than one match between Mercedes and Yuka Suzuki. That's my opinion. 10 out of 10. How much longer until you stop streaming AEW, KJ? We'll never stop streaming AEW. I mean, I won't say never say never, but as long as they have a Wednesday night show, we will be here to cover it for sure. WWE Performance Center type. I just keep hoping it turns around, Sean. 5 out of 10, just average. I'm not pissed. It's above freezing and it's not snowing. That's always a plus, my guy. Stop crying. I will not stop crying. I'll cry all I want. I love this. Oops, did I use my other name? Oops. Robert. Yeah, I know. It's hard to hear. It's hard to hear the truth. You can hear flies dry humping in the arena. You really could. NXT got 800K plus in the ratings last night. They're doing well. And again, you have a million reasons to tune into NXT. The wrestling's good. The matches are good. The show's not boring. It's fast-paced. There's a lot to look at if you're into that kind of thing. I mean, again, it's a really well-done show. NXT was outstanding this week. And that's all, like, if you are a fan of wrestling, it's hard to deny that. If you're a fan of AEW, it hurts your feelings to hear that. 5 out of 10. KJ, I acknowledge you. Kyle, I appreciate you. 5 out of 10. All right. 2 out of 10. All right, guys. We are going to pack it in tonight. I will remind everybody, this was a boring show. Main event was terrible, 4 out of 10. Absolutely. The AEW booking is so bad because they're backstage finger popping. Finger popping your assholes. Will that main event drop a little? I don't know, man. That's a bad main event. Like, you got to think, you know that's happening. There was people heading to their cars in the arena. Where's Willow, Stat, Megan, Hater, Sheeta, Deep? That's only to name a few. We had Deanna get a couple minutes, but why would not Deanna win that fatal 4-way and be in this main event? Fuck it. We don't need her. Yuka Zuki needs a fucking, like, again, the number of women that have never had a fucking main event match in AEW, and here comes Suzuki. And yes, I do realize I say her name different every time. Thank you. But ladies and gentlemen, if you have noticed on our stream, down below on the channel already, our Super Bowl party coming up on the 9th. We're looking forward to that. We go live at 6:30 p.m. We also are back at it tomorrow, 8 p.m., our Royal Rumble prediction preview show. It's going to be a fun one, stacked Rumble. We can't wait to talk about it. Me, Nick, and Anthony are going to debate all the fun stuff, see if I can get Nick to agree to have Wendy Chu in the Rumble. Friday, SmackDown live at 7:30 p.m., 3 hours, go-home show. It's going to be a packed one. 5 p.m. Saturday, Royal Rumble. It's going to be insane. I'm hoping we're popping every 5 minutes, just popping everywhere like assholes. But yes, MDB, Jose, thank you so much for the super chat on the way out. But ladies and gentlemen, that was Dynamite. That was the show. All I can say is, Tony Khan, do better. And again, you don't have to listen to me. You just drop your wallet on me anytime you want. But at the end of the day, not a good show. Not a good job. Not entertaining. A lot of the same shit over and over and over and over. But with all that being said, folks, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. On behalf of Big Nick and Ringsider Anthony, I am KJ White. Come back tomorrow, and when we see you there, we'll see you on the flip side. Good night.